This short lesson is going to look at order of operations with fractions. So we did order of operations at the end of chapter 1, but we looked at how to apply them using whole numbers. Now we're going to apply the same idea, same calculations with fractions, but I thought I'd do one for you just to remind you of the process. So let me just do one here. So we have 11/10 divided by 1/5 minus 8/3 times 2/7. So we just want to apply those same order of operations and now use our fraction calculations. So we're looking first for any parentheses or brackets or braces, but there aren't any in this problem. If there were, you would go ahead and do those first. Then you would do exponents, but there are no exponents here. Then level 3 is tied with multiplication and division are tied at level 3, so you do them from left to right. And finally, addition and subtraction are tied for the last level, and you do those from left to right as well. So here we have we have a division operation and a multiplication and subtraction. So we want to do the division and multiplication first, and we'll just take them from left to right. So remember that fraction division is multiplying by the reciprocal, in this case of the number to the right of the division symbol. So 11/10 divided by 1/5 becomes 11/10 times 5/1. So 11 times 5 is 55, and 10 times 1 is 10. So this becomes 55/10. So I'm going to rewrite that there, and now fill in the remainder of our problem. Now we have subtracting 8/3 and multiplying by 2/7. But remember, multiplication is of a higher rank than subtraction, so we're going to do this multiplication now. Right, so 8 times 2 is 16, and 3 times 7 is 21. So what we now have is 55/10 minus 16/21. Well, now that we're down to subtraction, we need to get common denominators before we can subtract. So what you could do is put this into the ladder method. Look for a prime number that goes into both 10 and 21. Do you see one? Well, 2 and 5 go into 10 evenly, but not 21. And 7 and 3 go into 21 evenly, but neither of those go into 10. So I'm not seeing anything, so that means our lowest common multiple would just be 10 times 21, which equals 210. So we need to convert both of these denominators to 210. So I'm going to multiply the 10 by 21 and do the same thing to the numerator. And on 16/21, I'm going to multiply both the numerator and denominator by 10. Okay, so that now gets me 210 as the denominator for both. And now, feel free to use your calculator at any point. But 16 times 10 is 160, and 55 times 21 is 1,155, and we are subtracting those. So 1,155 minus 160 is 995, and then 210 remains, of course, 210. Okay, so now technically that's a correct answer, but it depends on what MyMathLab wants. And I borrowed this problem from the homework to give you a good example. And they say type a whole number or simplified fraction. So they don't say anything about a mixed numeral. So they want you to reduce this. So what you're looking for is largest number that can go into both 210 and 995. And I think that's 5. So we're going to divide both the top and bottom by 5, and it comes out to 199 over 42 is what MyMathLab would accept in this case. Right? So whenever you encounter an order of operations problem with fractions or mixed numbers, just apply the same rules and you'll arrive at the correct answer. So that concludes this lesson.